Be my Valentine.
Please don't sue me, Alice Cooper. Hello, Champagne Dreamers. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I don't know how you found me, but I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and stick around. My name is Janessa J. Champagne, and I am North Dakota's trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And let me tell you, just before we even get started, let me just let you know that my boobies are on a journey, okay? The boobies that I used to always buy have been discontinued. We're trying out some new ones. You may notice throughout upcoming videos that they get bigger, they get smaller, they move around. Maybe the nipples are pointing towards the Lord. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to get wild. It's going to get crazy. Just go with it. The boobies are on a journey, so let me live. But I am very excited for this Get Ratchet With Me. That's why we are in sepia tone. That's why we are with Auntie M in Kansas. That's why you can't see this, because we are doing this look, and we are using a whole bunch of complexion products from Made by Mitchell. I'm working on a brand review, so I thought I would use them to set up the base. And then we are doing this beautiful anti-Valentine's soft lingerie look using the new Morally Grey palette and highlighters from Bella Beaute bars. So if you're ready to see what this look actually looks like, as well as how we achieved it and what I think of the products, then stick around because we're getting into it right now. Alright, yes, so we are going to be doing this look that you are going to see very soon using the Morally Grey palette from Bella Beaute bar, as well as both of their highlighters and a whole bunch of face and a few color cosmetics from Made by Mitchell. And we'll go ahead and call out everything throughout the video. You're also going to see the first use of my Glisten eyebrow palette. I created my sort of perfect eyebrow palette. I'm very excited, so we are going to get into that. Without any further ado, be ready for my potato face to come back in full color in 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to my face. I am working on a brand review of Made by Mitchell products, so I've got the foundation, base, contour done. I'm kind of liking it, a little preview for that video coming, and here's what I've used so far. This is the Radiance Blur Prep. It's kind of a primer, I think. It seems to be a little bit of, maybe like a little bit more liquidy version of like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Radiance or whatever that's called. It's not full on like the Auric Glow Lust, but it definitely has a little bit of a glow. It's got a little bit of tint to it. It does come in multiple shades. And it is described on the Beauty Bay website, I think, as a primer. That's why I bought it, because it was supposed to be a primer. And I tried to find one that was close to my skin tone, maybe a little bit lighter. So that's what I used as the primer. Then I bought 2 shades of the liquid foundation, the Build foundation. I am notoriously bad about picking my foundation shades online. This was no different. So this is the first one that I bought. And I started with a layer of this. Corpsey. It was a little bit too light. It was a little bit strange. And so then I just painted over my whole face with this. I originally thought that this would be maybe a little closer, and I thought I would do my whole face, and then I thought I would do kind of the perimeter and places where I was going to add contour in a little bit of this, but I ended up just repainting my face with all of this. And I did end up using this as kind of a base coat of concealer. So we put this, then this, then this. A little strange. What's odd about these foundations is that they actually come with a doe foot, which I think if you're a regular everyday makeup wearer, that's probably fine. It's going to give you a fabulous first coat. You can paint it on, blend it out. When you are hashtag hooker clown like I am, and usually I start with, like, I'm not kidding, about 10 pumps of foundation. So trying to get that effect with this, we painted layers. It was Sherwin-Williams up in this bitch. And that other lighter foundation did give me a good base for the highlighting that I like to do, but I also had a concealer. This is the brightening concealer. Now, I haven't said any of the shades, and the reason why is because the stickers are weirdly hard to read. Like, this looks like it says LBR2, And there are some of them where the way that they're formatted, like they don't even look like real letters. So I'm sorry I don't have the shades. This is not quite white, but it's one of the lightest shades they have before, just like a white. I did actually buy the foundation in white because I thought that could be a good one to mix with things. I could use it, you know, for a cut crease or anything like that, but I did get this concealer and I did use that to brighten the under eyes and kind of the center of my face. And I'm so sorry in advance, but you're gonna hear a lot of blursh in this video because that's a thing from Made by Mitchell. He loves the word blursh, and I love to say it like that because I hate that word. But this is the Blursh contour bronzer, liquid bronzer, whatever you want to say. On the back it just says liquid blusher, but it's definitely a brown. It's meant to be a contour bronzer kind of thing, and it's in the shade Creme Carve. And I didn't have a Made by Mitchell eye primer, so I just used the Kaleidos Tone Activator. That's what I have for my eye primer. Now, most of the face we're going to do in Made by Mitchell, but for this video, I wanted to do the eye look with a new kind of anti-Valentine's collection that I'm very excited about. This is the Morally Gray collection from Bella Beaute Bar. And I thought I want to do kind of a sexy lingerie look. It's not exactly neutral, but if we take a look at the shades in this palette, there's not a ton of boom boom pow in terms of all of this, as my friend Dion would say. This is a little bit more subdued. Now the shimmers do have some interesting shifts, and we're going to play with that, but in terms of the mattes, we've just got this nice kind of Fredericks of Hollywood pink with black lace kind of lingerie colors, and that's the kind of look that I wanted to do as kind of a Valentine's slash anti-Valentine's look. So the rest of the face will all be Made by Mitchell, but we're going to do the eyes and the highlight in Bella Beaute Bar. So to get started, I just got the new expansion eye brush collection from Singe Beauty, and we are going to start with this E10 because it's small, but it's still fluffy. It has some firmness. I don't like things too blown out, too diffused, but I wanted something with a little bit less. Usually I use like packer brushes, and I like to place the color. This one I want to be a little bit more soft, ethereal, again, that kind of satin lingerie kind of feel. And we're going to go into this pink matte shade called Ambivalence. And I just want to start at the inner corner, and I'm going to kind of sketch out the shape of what I want, and then we'll go in and darken it, and then we'll add shimmer a little bit later on.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't.
So that's the basic shape of what I want. That is kind of the beginning of the arch. We know I love an arched Disney villain eyebrow, so this is going to give us kind of the basic shape. I'll go ahead and do that on the other side, and we'll be right back. All right, now for the outer part, I'm going to start bringing in this shade, which is Not a Hero, which looks like it's maybe supposed to be sort of a black, but definitely like a darker charcoal gray. And then I'm going to blend that up into the pink with this Shades of Gray. We might use a little bit of this. What is that called? Mixed Feelings. This might help kind of darken the pink a little bit too. So these other mattes, I'm going to use a combination of those. Okay. It looked charcoal gray in the palette. It is black. It is blackety black. So that's actually a really good black. It just looked like it was maybe going to be a little bit dustier, but this is a black matte. So I am rethinking all of my choices because I think black shadows can really start to take things over very easily. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into that Shades of Gray and blend down, and then I'll darken with the black. Okay.
I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me.
So now I'm going to go into Mixed Feelings, that kind of muted gray pink. And I'm going to kind of fill in this area to blend the pink into this darker gray.
Put your faith in me, put your love on me. Can we stop the clock and rewind. Go back to that moment in time. When you say you want me for life, was it all a lie? I gave my all to deserve ya. Begging on my knees just to show ya. You're the one I want and I love ya. No, 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 no lie. I miss.
All right, and now to darken the outer corner with a little bit of that black shade.
Touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me.
All right, so this, we may still blend these shades a little bit. That's kind of common for me, is to like dip back in as I'm going. So it's hard to do like a color, a color, a color. But let's get to some shimmers. Once we get the shimmers on, we can see if we want any more of the blending to the mattes. But we need to get some shimmers on this eye. All right, these shimmers look gorgeous. I'm super excited to use them. I'm going to start with this shade right here, which is... The text on this, can I just say, Bella Beaute Bar. I love this palette. This is beautiful. You're never going to see this anyway. I wish. But the script on here is really hard to read, especially for a big beast with no glasses on like me. But I'm trying. I'm trying my best. So this is Complex Motivations, this pink. I'm going to put that kind of not all the way to the inner corner and then onto the lid. And then we're going to use this shade Bittersweet, which has a little bit of a shift. That's going to be kind of on the very inner part. And then I think we'll blend it with this one, which is Not a Villain. Not a Villain is maybe what that says. Which is kind of a gunmetal gray. And it looks like maybe it has some pink. I do really like this one, but I don't know if I'll be able to work that one in or not. That one is... Oh, Jesus. Indecisive. But definitely these three we're going to use. And I've got Complex Motivations on an EO1 from Singe Beauty. I'm going to use this without spraying it first, just to see how it works. We may end up spraying it. I've got a Made by Mitchell setting spray if we do end up doing that. That is pretty.
Put your love on me. What you need from me? Need your love on me. Put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me. Put your faith in me. Put your love on me. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love.
This is a beautiful sparkly pink, but it's definitely a little bit flakier in its consistency, so you could potentially get some fallout. I'm not seeing too much though. This Singe brush is really good for picking up shimmers, so you may end up seeing some sort of fallout, but I'm not really seeing it. And I'm going to wait, and I'm just going to spray the whole look. I'll do kind of a setting spray layer after we finish the eye look. I'm not going to spray these because I like the way that this is laying down. I think it's giving that sparkle and that shine, and even the flakiness I think is contributing to a nice texture.
Your love, put your love on me. Your love, 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 put your love on me. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking.
The pink sparkle of this is just sending me. All right, so next we're going to do the shade Bittersweet, and we're going to put this in the inner corner. This is the one that's got a little shift. It looks like it's got kind of maybe a goldish, almost a little maybe green. I think it's more gold, but we'll see how it looks when it melds with the pink.
Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you.
Oh, pretty. The shift is subtle when it's next to that pink. The pink is really kind of bringing out the pink tones, but as you move, you do get some gold. You get a little bit of like there's a little bit of a cast to it, I would say, but I don't think it's a problem, especially for what I'm probably going to do in an upcoming step. So now we're going to take a little bit of this Not a Villain shade, and I'm going to use that to blend the edge of the pink into the grays. A little bit of shimmer will help smooth that transition. that just melts. Look at that. I am digging this. Bella Beaute bar. I am telling you, if you want these kind of flaky, beautiful, and you like the new kind of super multi-chrome, hollow-chrome kind of shades, don't sleep on Bella Beaute bar. If you're looking for a replacement for Ensley Rain, because they turned out to be kind of terrible human beings, Bella Beaute bar has similar like hollow-chrome, multi-chrome kind of shades. The consistency and the performance are very similar, so support a brand that isn't terrible people. Maybe, allegedly.
I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love, your love, your love, your love.
So I just put a little bit of Indecisive on my finger. It's much lighter than I thought. I might add this to the inner corner, just the very inner part, where I'm seeing that gray cast. I might try to put it there to kind of brighten things up, and also just so I can play with all 4 of these yummy, yummy shimmers. I love shimmers. They're my favorite.
Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me.
Interesting. I like the way that that brightens up the inner corner. I don't think it made as much of an impact as I thought maybe it was going to, but I still like it. Now I'm going to take this E11 pencil brush, and what I'm going to do, I like to just give a little bit of definition to the inner part of the eye. So I'm going to take this shade, Shades of Gray, that we use next to the pink. It's not the deepest, it's not the black, but it's that darker gray, and I'm just going to go a little bit on the corner. Since I am kind of creating my own anatomy here, I'm not following my actual crease, my actual brow bone. It's nice, I think, to kind of have a little something there, just to help suggest an eye socket that's not really where we're placing any of the product.
I've been working on myself. I really try my best to change, but something's in a fade. Right? Maybe we should stay.
There, so you see that just gives a little bit of definition on the inner part of the eye, and then I just kind of fade it along the arch of that lighter matte. Now, we're going to do some brows, and I am super excited for another new to me product. This is from Glisten Cosmetics. I found them because I'd seen an announcement that they had colorful foundations, video coming soon where we compare them to Indie Beat and Sunset Makeup, which if you forgot, I did a comparison of those 2 brands right here and turned myself into a Simpsons character. But they are probably best known for their cake liners, and they were having a sale on the Build Your Own Cake Liner palette. And I had to get one. I got one that's all fun colors, like greens and pinks and some UV reactive and all that. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to do the 6-pan palette, and I'm going to build myself the perfect brow palette. Because I love my Gavisi Beauty, but they're great big pans, and there's 8 of them, and I'm using 1 shade. I thought, let's get pans that represent my most used brow colors. So we've got some browns, we've got a couple metallic browns, we've got a couple shades of red, we've got a dark teal, a black, a dark blue, and then a couple purple shades. So these are kind of the most used shades that I have for creating the base of the brow, and then I usually put shadow on top of them. So I'm excited to play with this. Cake liners are kind of cake liners. I don't know that I'm going to see anything particularly different from other cake liners, but I'm excited to have this little perfect brow palette that I can travel with, that I can take with me, that I can have all of my most used brow shades all in one place. So here's the base of the brow. I used the black shade from the palette because I thought that would go best. That's one thing that I maybe didn't think about for that palette was a gray, like a dark gray or a medium gray. With this look, with these grays and pinks, we'll be able to use the shadows from this palette to kind of zhuzh up the brows a little bit. But they're close enough. I mean, for me, sisters not twins, sometimes they're cousins, sometimes they just went to the same school. It's fine. So I'm going to use this pencil brush, and I'm going to go into Shades of Gray, this kind of medium gray that we used on the eyes, and I'm going to cover at least the outer part of the brows. Actually, I might use a skinnier little paddle brush. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Pretend that everything's the same. Just a little play pretend.
I like it because it keeps the depth, but if you look at the difference between this eyebrow and this eyebrow, it just softens it a little bit. It makes it a little bit less harsh. This one is definitely like full animation Disney villain. This one's a little bit softer. We're getting into that Fredericks of Hollywood Disney villain. So I like it to just kind of soften it. And then we'll add some shimmer, as always. Pink look, of course, we got to have some pink in the brows. So this is that pink shimmer complex motivations, and we're going to put that in the front part of the brow. Now these kind of sheer out over the black, so I may just with a pencil brush dot in a little bit of the pink matte shadow just to help it kind of look a little bit less like we've got a translucent glitter shimmer and more of just like a pink going into a dark gray. And then back into the shimmer. There, that's giving me more of the ombre that I want, so it looks all of one piece. It's still a little bit wild, it's still a little bit flaky, but I don't mind, and we are going to spray it down. But before we do that, we need to do a little bit more on the lower lash line, and I think I'm just going to keep using Complex Motivations, that pink, and just blend it up until we get to that darker shade. Alright, now to give it a little bit of a spritz with the Liquid Lock Setting Spray from Made by Mitchell. It has a nice refreshing smell that I don't know how else to describe it except it reminds me of what I call old lady makeup smell, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that I remember my grandma's makeup when I was growing up, and that's what it makes me think of. Like Coty Airspun powder and some of those other kind of baby powder, all of that sort of mixed together, that kind of smell. I remember that from my grandma's makeup case. All right, I'm gonna go add mascara and lashes and we will be right back. All right, so the eye look is done. That means it's time for blush. So I have 3 pink shades. I thought I'm going to do a little bit of a toned down lip. We may add some shimmer to it, so it may not be as toned down as I'm imagining. But we're going to start with kind of a toned down lip. And this is a little bit softer. So I was like, let's do a blush drapey, but in these like beautiful shades of pink. So this is the shade Rave Face. This is Candy Trip and Strawberry Cream. And so I'm going to put a base of Strawberry Cream down. That's the matte blush, and then I'm going to put a little bit of Rave Face, the darker pink, on the outer part, and then on the inner part we'll do Candy Trip. Now, I used to always struggle with liquid blushes. If you are like me, this little teal sponge from Real Techniques, this one in particular, has really been a game changer for me. It's really made it so that I can figure out how to use liquid blush in an effective way. So if you are having trouble with liquid products, I would suggest checking out this little sponge because it's actually been a really big improvement for my makeup game. That matte pink is so pretty. Now let's bring in that weird, fun fuchsia.
We can
Made by Mitchell loves these little doe foot applicators for all of his products. I feel like it's hard to get a consistent application, like how much you're getting. And so I feel like sometimes I'm dipping in again and like trying to go from one cheek to the other. You get all the product on the one cheek, and then the other cheek you kind of have to go back, or you just get a partial coverage. I'm liking these, and I'm glad that this sponge is helping make them a little bit more approachable, but I still am not sure how I feel about this. I'm liking this blend, and we're going to add the baby pink onto the apples of the cheek and kind of blend that in a second here, but I am kind of struggling a little bit. Although maybe this is good because I'm getting less blush than I had anticipated, and maybe it'll be a softer, prettier look than just full-on hooker clown like I usually do. So it might be a blessing in disguise, but I don't know. I do really love this sponge. I swear this is not sponsored. I just have always struggled with liquid and cream products, and ever since I discovered this sponge, the blend on this is beautiful. And I used to never be able to use cream or liquid products without completely removing the foundation underneath or mixing it into like a muddy mess. And this is just beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Now, I do have some Made by Mitchell highlighters, but the Morally Grey collection did come with these two highlighters, and we're going to use them both. So Morally Grey is this beautiful pinky shimmer, and I'm going to use that first. And then Skin of a Killer is this more pearly white, and I'm going to layer that just kind of probably in this little crescent area, just to add a little bit of extra, and then I'll probably use them down the center of my face like I always do. But I'm going to mix these together. That blends really beautifully with the Made by Mitchell.
I'm kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history. Yeah, yeah. But the way you've been crossing the line, oh, it's something.
So there is Morally Grey, and now we're going to go in with a little bit of Skin of a Killer.
I know what you are. Say it, vampire.
It says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right. But
So if you follow me on Facebook, and you really should, I know everybody's on there with their grandma, like it's all old people like me, but you should follow me because I often do unboxings of things. I do a few unboxings on my channel, but not that often. And so a lot of times on Facebook, if something comes in, because I don't have the time to wait to like film and then edit, I like to just rip into stuff. So I do a lot of unboxings on Facebook. I sometimes do makeup play days, but I was unboxing Made by Mitchell, and I talked about the fact that I wish that he had liquid lipsticks. Little did I know he had them. I just couldn't tell because the applicator is very strange. So these are the Modern Melt. These are liquid lipsticks. I ordered 2 shades, this kind of red color, and then this one is the one we're going to use today. And the applicator is this very strange little like pen tip. We'll maybe insert a picture or some close-up footage, but it's a very strange. So when I saw these, it looked like it was just some sort of liner pen or maybe like a dotting thing for like art, like if you're doing eye art. It's actually a liquid lipstick. So we are going to use this as the base for the liquid lipstick. This is more of a peachy color, so I may end up adding something to this, but I have some Made by Mitchell glosses and things, and so we'll play it up, we'll make it match, but I wanted to go ahead and give this a shot because I was complaining that he didn't have liquid lipsticks, and then it turned out he had them the whole time.
you make me change, like I'm better off with you.
Okay, so I need to double check that these actually are liquid lipsticks because this is so fucking hard to use. It starts to feel dry, kind of like how an eyeliner pen will sometimes you'll do one wing and it's perfect and then you go over here and it's starting to feel dry. It's kind of feeling like that. It's kind of sticky. I mean, it feels like a lipstick, but it's really hard to use. I don't feel like I'm getting a super good lip. So I am going to see what we can do with this, but I'm not loving this. So I hope that he does other liquid lipsticks. I'm still hoping he does liquid lipsticks that are not this. Because it just feels sticky. I have this lipstick. This is their Mattitude lipstick, and this is kind of a very nudie shade. Extra cream. Ooh. We're going to go ahead and put this over top of it and see what happens. Corpse lips. This is definitely that concealer lip. It's kind of mixing a little bit.
Wouldn't change me. You got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me.
Okay, I'm kind of liking the color that we got. It's very dry. My lips are very liney and crevasey. I don't love this so far, but we're going to add a gloss and see what happens. Let go and let God. So I have a couple of these Beam Sugared. I want to go with this one, but I think that it might be a little too peachy. This is a very cool pink look, and I feel like this is too peachy gold. This is Aspen. It's a yellowy gold, but it's in kind of a white base. I think we might have to go with Aspen.
Like I'm better off with
All that did was reactivate it and make it goopy. Oh, Jesus. I think we need to bring in Trixie to the rescue. So this is one of Trixie's liquid eyeshadows. I use these as lip toppers. This is Jackie Frost. This is from the new Snow Bunny collection. This will dry it down. It'll be very dry, but I think I tried to like pat off some of the goopy gloss. But I'm hoping that this will kind of set the lip and it'll give us some shimmer and it'll be beautiful and hopefully we can just move on from here. And it's blue. So the shimmer on that is very, very blue. Actually though, mixing with that pink, if I don't go too crazy heavy with it, I actually don't mind the blue. Hate that. We might add a little bit more color. More is always more. Okay, the look of shock when this turned blue is my fault because I expected it to be a different color, and that's because I was in a rush and I wasn't paying attention. There was a different shade from the Snow Bunny collection, Après Ski, which is what I was thinking, and so I thought the other one, I was like, oh, maybe it'll flash kind of a pink gold. This is the one that's more of gold with some other kind of reflex in it. So this is Après Ski. I'm going to go over what I've got with this. We'll just keep layering. Layering and layering. That's what I wanted.
change me. You got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright. Never cut it right, but somehow you make me change. You make me wanna do better. I don't know why. You make me wanna.
All right, so this is kind of the look. Let's add my little star-shaped beauty mark that I love. This is a little ColourPop eye stamp, liner stamp. It's in a star shape. And because I'm a little bit textured, sometimes it doesn't fill in totally, so I like to go in with just a black liner. This is a Pat McGrath, just to kind of make sure we have the star shape and to fill in any spots where it hit some texture and didn't cover all the way.
Why? I don't know why. Like I'm better off with you.
All right, I'm gonna go put on some drag, and we will be back for my final thoughts. right, well, this is the final look. What do we think? We haven't put nails on yet. That's going to be a little bit later. We're just trying to get this one knocked out. So this is the look. I mean, as I knew I would, I love the Beaute bar. The palette is beautiful. These highlighters are gorgeous. I am living for it. In terms of the Made by Mitchell, I found it a little hard to use the foundation with those doe foot applicators. For an industrial application like this, it's really hard to have to paint on layer after layer. But I do like the way that it turned out. I like the liquid blushes. I think that they turned out really well. I really liked those. I thought they were great. That lipstick needs some work. That liquid lipstick, I don't understand it. That weird applicator, it starts to dry out. It feels weird. It's not very user-friendly. The formula was nice enough. It's very dry. It definitely gets a little bit cracky. I had to put some lipstick and some gloss and some topper to make lips that even are as good as they are. I'll probably change these for future videos. We're going to be doing a filming day, but I don't know that I'm going to stick with these lips because they are just a little bit of a problem. But I do generally like a lot of the Made by Mitchell products, but that liquid lipstick is just not the business. So let me know down in the comments below what you think of this look, what you think of Bella Beaute bar. Let me know your thoughts on Valentine's. Are you pro-Valentine's? Are you anti-Valentine's? I am firmly in the anti-Valentine's camp. I have never been a fan of it. Even when I've been in relationships, I don't like it. I just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. While you are leaving that comment below, don't forget to give me that thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated the video. Or if you are like, what is happening here? What is going on? What is this look? Why is it not colorful, neon, crazy, hooker, clown, drag queen like we expect? Go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It's okay. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch. And neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I try really hard to make sure I have at least one video a week for you, and I try to cycle through glam, geek, and gore to make sure there's a little bit of something for everyone. But sometimes you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, Bella Beaute barific. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website, The World of Champagne at janessajay.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. I hope you enjoyed these Get Ratchet with me. I'm excited to do my full brand review of Made by Mitchell. I have lots of products that I'm trying out, and I can't wait to tell you all about all of them. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And until I see you again, bye. As well as what? Oh, hello. Welcome to my face. So we are working, okay.
Oh, you messed up. She was actually going to look for something specific. And I forgot.
All right.
I'm still talking. You should have heard.
Unfortunately, it's sending me cash on delivery. Package refused. Return to sender.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. You know that song, right?
I do.
Oh, good. You just,
Yeah.
didn't realize it could be rendered so
I
beautifully.
had no idea it could sound like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like wonderful female Elvis.
Yeah, something.
Return to sender.
That's going in the bloopers.
And people are like, wow, that's an
They
amazing
love it.
voice.
undiscovered
Yeah,
recording artists.
That's right.
Pretty girl. There, that's giving more me. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, come on. Oh, that is weird with a little nubbin on it.
Yeah.
What just happened?
The boob is like peeling forward.
Oh, no.